everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another weekly vlog. It's going to be a bit of a different vlog this week just because I am off. I don't go back to work until Sunday, but I'm still going to take you along with what I do. I've got some things planned. I'm going to have some just chilled, lazy days and hopefully get a lot of reading done. So reading plans for today or for the week. I'm still unsure as to whether I should DNF Sanctuary of the Shadow. I have just put it down for a couple of days. I don't know if I'm going to be picking it up, but we shall see. I did start Something Wilder by Christina Lauren yesterday and I've made it up to chapter 3, which is page 27, so hopefully I will be reading much more of this today. But the main reading plans is The Promise of Rain. I have some videos and content that I need to film for The Promise of Rain for my TikTok, so I will be dedicating my time today to hopefully read and annotate this, and I will obviously bring you guys along as well. But that is all the reading plans for today. I don't think I have any plans for today. It is a Monday, so I'm just feeling a bit we went out last night, like you would have seen. We went to see Brian Cox. It was amazing, like incredible, but I'm kind of just ready for like a chilled, lazy day. So that's the plans for today. So I think I'm just going to crack on with The Promise of Rain, get my annotation key set up and bits and pieces, and hopefully just dive right into it. So let's go. Done a bit of reading of The Promise of Rain for my social media account, and I've just been kind of sat editing some bits and pieces, but I think I'm going to stop reading this for now and then I think I'm going to pick up another book. So I think I want to carry on with Something Wilder by Christina Lauren just because I didn't really get that far into it yesterday, and I've realised that I have 3 books on the go now. So I've got Something Wilder, The Promise of Rain and The Sanctuary of the Shadow, so I need to dedicate some time for one of these, and I think the quickest book that I'm probably going to read is Something Wilder, so that's what we're going to do. I am in London tomorrow as well, so I need a book to take with me, and I'm already taking like 5 books to go and get signed by Jessa Hastings, so I don't know whether to bring one of these or whether to just take my Kindle, because that's going to be much lighter, because like I said, I'm carrying around like 5 books. I'll probably buy books while I'm in London as well, so I'm unsure. So I feel like I just want to dedicate some time to get in a good way into one of these books. So I'm not too sure, but I'm gravitating more towards Something Wilder. But I've literally just spent the morning doing what I need to content-wise for The Promise of Rain, and I need to take Nova out for a walk, make some lunch, and then I just plan on chilling out for a little bit more. I had a text from Waterstones to say that the book I've ordered has arrived as well, so I do need to go and pick that up because that should be Law of the Wild. It's a book that I plan to read in March because it was on my March TBR, so I do need to go and make an effort to pick that up at some point this week. I am in work on Sunday, so I could wait till then, but again, undecided. So we are going to go take Nova out for a walk and dedicate some more time to read, so let's go. I have read a little bit more of Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I am now up to chapter 9, which is page 89. So we are following Lily, and her dad owns a ranch, and she was with a guy called Leo. Now Leo had to go back home because his mum was sick. His mum was in the hospital, and then he kind of never got in contact with Lily again. Lily tried to get a hold of Leo, and Leo just needed some space, and then Leo never called her back. So this was like 10 years ago, so they've all kind of moved on with their lives. Lily, from what I know, has now moved on from the ranch. Her dad sold it. She's working for a company who does like experience days, so she takes them into the desert, she teaches them how to ride a horse and you know, bits and pieces like that. Now Leo is a businessman. He doesn't really get out much. He likes routine, and he's basically on a stag do now, and he didn't know where he was going until today. He never thought in a million years that he would end up running into Lily again, and they both kind of know each other but aren't really saying anything because obviously she's working, he's with his friends, don't really want to cause a scene. He doesn't have any boots for the trip, so they have to meet privately so she can give him some boots, and he basically goes, do you remember me? And she goes, well, of course I remember you. And it's just a little bit awkward, but they both kind of acknowledge that there is something kind of wrong here, and you know, they're kind of left on bad terms. The person that Lily works with knows that that is Leo, and we've just found out that all of Leo's friends now know who Lily is to him. So I suppose we're gonna kind of see them rekindle their relationship, I assume. I mean, this is a romance. Lily's already said how well he's sort of grown up in his looks and things like that, and he is definitely impressing her with all the tasks that she's kind of set up for them. So I'm excited to see where it goes. They're obviously going to rekindle, and I'm assuming by the end of it they're going to be happily in love because it's a romance. But I am enjoying it, so that's all that matters. So I think I'm going to carry on reading this for a little bit more this afternoon. Definitely not going to finish it before I go to London tomorrow, so we will just kind of have a think about the book that I'm going to take with me tomorrow, whether it will just be my Kindle. But that is all the reading updates I have for you at the moment, so I will speak to you later with some more. I honestly, for the life of me, can't remember the last time I updated you, but I don't think I have read any more since I did last update you. I don't know. So I made some dinner and put a film on. While I had dinner, I watched Damsel. That book came into the shop a little while ago with Millie Bobby Brown on the front of it, so obviously it had been made into a movie, and it was on Netflix, and I thought, well, we're not doing anything else, so I put that on. I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. It had dragons in it. I don't think I'm inclined to pick up the book though, but that's literally all I've done. I don't think I have read since the last time we spoke, so, and I don't want to repeat it all to then go and edit this to realise I've just said everything again, so here we are. But I don't think I'm going to read any more tonight. I'm just not really in the mood. I kind of want an early night, seeing as I am going to London tomorrow. I still haven't decided what I'm doing while I'm in London, because I'm getting there at like lunchtime. Book signing's not till like 6:30, so I'm going to have a few hours to kind of kill. So I want to go on TikTok and just kind of watch some videos just to kind of get some inspiration on where to go and what to do. I need to pack my bag. I need to pick an outfit. I just need to get my shit in gear basically. So that's what I plan to do tonight, I think, and just, yeah. So that was this little update, and I will probably speak to you tomorrow morning. Hopefully I can read a little bit before I go, but I mean, I've got like an hour's train journey there and back, and if I'm on the tube and things like that, I will probably find some time to read while I'm in London. So I will speak to you then. Tuesday, and I have no reading updates for you. I didn't read any more last night. I haven't read anything this morning, and I kind of am not in the reading mood because I'm going to London in a couple of hours. I just want to prepare, get my stuff ready, and do bits and pieces like that. So I'm going to take you along for the day, but I have no reading updates. I do plan on reading on the train because it is like an hour's journey there and an hour's journey back, so I should still get some good reading done. But I don't think I'm going to take a book with me. I do think I'm going to take my Kindle, just because I'm already taking 5 books with me and I'm going to be carrying them around with me for the day, and I just don't want to carry another one because it's going to be heavy enough as it is. It is miserable outside. It's raining cats and dogs, and yeah, I'm just not going to be in the mood to carry and lug around 6 books. So I'm going to take my Kindle. I need to have a quick look just to download some things. I don't really know what I fancy. I get the feeling I'm probably going to download a Frida McFadden book. I might download The Teacher because I'm pretty sure that's on Kindle Unlimited, and I can start that and then maybe I can finish it with the physical book when I'm home. We shall see. But that's all the updates I have for you. I am dressed and ready to go for the day, but I just need to make sure that I've packed everything that I need. I'm taking all of my Magnolia Parks books, so all 5 of them. From what I know, she's going to sign 6, and the only book by her that I don't own is Never, so I might look at picking that up while I'm in London because I'm sure they'll be selling it there as well. So yeah, sorry this isn't the best sort of update because there is no updates, but we're gonna have a fun day today. I'm gonna take you along and have a good time, so let's just crack on with the day. completely manic. I got back really late. I had no time to film any updates. It was just full on. So I'm going to update you today for yesterday for reading, because I did get a bit of reading done while I was on the train. So I didn't take the book with me, I took my Kindle, but I have started reading The Teacher by Frida McFadden, and I made it up to chapter 43, which is page 207. So I read a good amount. I read just over half of it on the train, both there and back, so I'm quite impressed with that. Normally if I'm traveling throughout the day, I kind of just get a bit tired and I just not in the mood to read, but yeah, on the way back I was like so stimulated. I think I just needed to occupy myself with reading. So The Teacher is definitely very different to The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret. So we are following two POVs. We are following Addie, who is a student at a school, and from what we know, she kind of had a thing with a teacher, but it wasn't quite like that, but everyone kind of assumed it was like that, and he ended up quitting because of the rumours and things like that, and it's basically kind of ruined his life. Everyone is just assuming something happened, so she has this stereotype around her and she just basically has no friends. No one wants to be friends with her and everyone just kind of thinks she's a bit weird. And then the other POV that we're following is Eve. Now Eve is married to Nathaniel, but they both work at the school together. They are both teachers. She teaches maths, he teaches English. No one likes her as a teacher. She's mean, she gives homework on the first lesson, and yet everyone is like in love with Nathaniel because he is this gorgeous guy who is actually like a really good teacher, but you know, more his looks wise, he's not bad to look at. So their relationship, they don't really understand how they kind of are, I suppose, because they are very different. Eve is cheating on her husband with a guy who works at a shoe shop because she has an addiction to buying shoes, and then we end up finding out that Nathaniel has a thing for Addie because he really likes poetry and she really likes poetry, so they've kind of bonded over that. He helps her out in a situation and she basically gives him a hug, and the next thing you know, she kind of is feeling him down below. It's very unprofessional, and yet the next thing you know, they're in a cupboard together and one thing leads to another. So it's very weird. Like, they're basically saying that he loves her already and that they're soulmates and things like that, which I find very weird because that's far too early. I mean, he's an adult, he's a married man. She is 16 years old, his student. Yeah. So Addie did have a friend, his name was Hudson. They were really, really close until something happened, and now they can't really talk to each other. And yeah, it's very weird, it's very different. I am enjoying it though. Like I said, I managed to read over 200 pages yesterday, so I am thoroughly enjoying this. I'm hoping to kind of finish this today because I have started 4 books over the past couple days and I haven't finished any yet. So these are all the books that I'm currently in the middle of, and it's ridiculous. So I kind of need to finish one, and I do think the one that I probably will finish today is, like I said, The Teacher, because it's gripping and I just love Frida McFadden as it is. So they are the updates today. For yesterday, I suppose, I haven't done any reading today. I did have a bit of a lay-in. Like I said, it was a late night last night meeting Jessa Hastings. The event was absolutely incredible, like you would have seen. And I obviously do just want to show that she did sign my books. And the one I got personalised was Magnolia Parks, the first one. And she signed it with "How's the weather, Parks," which is just an iconic line, I think. I mean, even in my tabbing system, I have "How's the weather" because I tabbed how many times that was said. So I mean, I just had such a great time. And then the rest of them, she just wrote my name and signed them, which, yeah, she is just such a lovely human being. And I took all 5 of them, so all 5 are personalised and signed, so I'm going to treasure these forever. I can't wait to start my reread. I did say that I wanted to read these this year, and I think now's the perfect time. I really enjoyed my tabbing and all the colours in this one, so I want to go back, see if I need to add any more, and then just tab the rest, because some people were there, their tabbing was like incredible and it was so inspiring. I need to be like that. So that was just an incredible night. I'm so glad I went. While I was in London, I did pick up some books while I was there, just because I was having a spur of the moment. I spent a lot of money and I couldn't say no. But I don't want to show all of that because that's going to be in my London vlog that should be up on Friday, fingers crossed. So if you do want to see the books that I got while I was in London, make sure you go and check out that video. But I have no plans today. I just have some plans this evening, going to do a Disney quiz with my friends. So I'm just having a chilled out day with a cup of tea and just come down from the high that I was on last night. So I'm hoping to do some good reading and just chill out. So let's go. balancing on top of my chair right now because I can't be bothered to set up the tripod. So this is what we're dealing with, but it's quite late and I've just finished The Teacher, and let's have a chat about it. So this is very different to The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret. People thought like this was really, really weird, and I kind of got that vibe, but not as much as weird as I thought it was going to be. Like, I was expecting like really creepy, sort of weird, and it's not. I mean, it's a bit gross, but the twists and the turns in this is just incredible. I mean, there's a big twist at the end that I did not see coming, and I just thought, wow, Frida McFadden can write a good crime book. I definitely preferred The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret to this, but that's not saying this is a bad book at all. I've still rated this 4 stars, and I'm still going to pick up another Frida McFadden book down the line as well. But I think I'm just a little bit disappointed because people were saying it's really weird, and I think I just got different sort of weird in my head. I mean, whether it's because I just haven't read many Frida McFadden books to know weird, this could be like really different to what she normally writes, but I don't know because I've only read The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret, so we'll see. But the only other book I own by her is The Co-Worker, so I am excited to get around to that at some point. And I am glad that I finished another book that I started, because now instead of reading 4 books on the go, I'm back down to 3, so it's a bit more manageable, but I've still got my work cut out for me a little bit because I just don't know how I'm feeling about the other books, so... But it is late, so I'm not going to read any more tonight. I went out tonight and did a Disney quiz with my friends. It was really fun. We ended up coming second and won a voucher for the lounge, which was again exciting. We did really well. There's only 3 of us and we came second, so hats off to us. But that was a really fun evening and I definitely needed that. And then the plan for tomorrow, I mean, while we're here we might as well chat, but tomorrow is my mum's birthday, so I'm going to go out for the day with her and my sister. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done. We're not going out till about lunchtime, so hopefully I can have a bit of a chilled morning, maybe do a bit of reading. But these are the choices for books, and I'm just not in the mood to pick up any of them. If I'm going to, it'll probably be something wilder, but I really just want to stick to my TBR though, because I just have a real... I mean, what's the whole point of picking a TBR is to read those books, but... Anyway, so I think I'm going to go and have a quick shower, just kind of settle in for the night because it's late. And I have a habit when I'm off work, I go to bed really late and then I get a nice lay-in the morning, but then when I go back to work it's like such a struggle. So I want to get back into it, you know, going to bed at a reasonable time. And I say this, but it's currently like just gone 11 and I'm planning to go and have a shower and wash my hair. So, I mean, I should have been asleep for at least 2 hours by now, but we move on. So I'm going to go. I will speak to you tomorrow and let you know what I end up choosing to read. We are going out tomorrow, like I said, so I say whether I'll buy any books while I'm out, I shouldn't, because I've spent far too much money in the past few days. So I will be on a book buying ban tomorrow, because the only thing I'm going to be buying is if my mum wants anything and probably lunch. So I need to save my money. So I'm going to go because it's late, and I will speak to you tomorrow and let you know what I've decided to read. Remember the last time I updated you, but I don't think I have today, and I want to say it was sometime yesterday, but I'm not too sure. So I've done a little bit of reading since the last time we spoke. So I picked up Something Wilder by Christina Lauren today. I don't remember what page I got up to, but I haven't read much. I must have read a couple chapters, maybe 2 or 3 chapters. So I'm on chapter 13, which is page 145. So we're about a third of the way in, I'd say. It's getting really good. So they are out in the middle of the desert and, you know, they are finding themselves and doing fun activities and things like that. And there is this one guy who wasn't necessarily invited but kind of was a plus one for the party and basically been killed and pushed off the canyon because he wanted Lily's like diary, her journal that her dad owned, because he thought that this famous thief had written all his notes in this journal about where he buried his treasure. And so they are on like a treasure hunt, and I think he thought it was a real one, whereas it turns out there could be buried treasure somewhere. They need kind of, there's a riddle that they could solve and it could potentially lead them to a lot of money. He kind of went a bit crazy and got too close to the canyon and someone just pushed him. There was dust everywhere. They didn't realise they were near the end and he's just kind of fell to the bottom and we're just assuming he is dead. So that's happened. They can't call the police or anyone because they are in the middle of nowhere. There's no phone reception and things. So they kind of just settle down for the night, kind of see what they're going to do. But from what it looks like, they are going to try and figure out the clues to the riddle and go on the hunt for this money, which is exciting. It's very different to a Christina Lauren book because I was expecting just romance, whereas I feel like there's a lot of like adventure in it more than the romance. Like, you know, things are gonna dwindle back up again and, you know, they're gonna end up falling in love and like rekindle their relationship, but it is quite interesting with the hunt for money sort of aspect to it. So it's very good. I am enjoying it. I'm still not like gravitating to picking it up, but you know, it is interesting. So hopefully I can finish this over the next couple of days. I've only got 2 more days off and then I'm back to work, so I'd like to finish it before then, because when I go to work on Sunday I will be buying a book which I'm hoping to start, so I'd like to get it finished before then, so we shall see. I have spent most of the day out and about because it was my mum's birthday today, so we went out and did some shopping and had some lunch, which was really nice. And then when I came home I had a parcel that's arrived and I haven't ordered anything, and it is from WH Smith, so I can assume what it is just from some of the pictures I've seen on social media, but I've saved it so we can open it together. So last month WH Smith started a new promotion which is called Book of the Moment. So every month they are highlighting a new book which they think other people should read, and last month it was The Murder After the Night Before by Katie Brent, and this month I'm pretty sure is a romance book, so let's see. Yes, so it is a romance. It is Emily Wilde's Happy Place. So this has just come out in paperback, and I'm assuming this is the book of the moment because she has got a new book coming out soon, which is Funny Story. I got a cute little bookmark and it has a list of her books on the back, and Funny Story comes out on the 25th of April, so I'm assuming it's kind of to highlight her as an author ready for when that book comes out. Now I saw this when this came out in hardback and I wanted to pick it up, but I just didn't like the idea of a romance in hardback for some reason. I just think a romance book needs to be in paperback, so I'm very excited to have this and add this to my collection. And with this book it is an exclusive author content, so it includes a behind the book essay in the back of this book, which again is very exciting. I will read that when I get around to reading the book. So I got sent the book, a bookmark, and then a little note from WH Smith. So it says, "We're so excited to share the next WH Smith book of the moment, Happy Place by Emily Henry. We hope you enjoy this WH Smith exclusive edition, which includes a behind the scene book essay. Happy reading from the WH Smith social team." So that is very exciting. Thank you very much to WH Smith for sending this to me. I am definitely getting out of my fantasy reading and exploring other genres. I've loved diving back into thrillers, so I think this is a great addition to my TBR. I'm getting really good at reading my TBR as well, so the 5 books that I've chosen for this month, I've read 2 of them. I might be DNFing one, currently reading one, and then I'm going to be buying the 5th on Sunday, so we're not doing too bad, and it's halfway through the month. So I think next month I might need to up my TBR, and instead of doing 5 I might do a bit more, just because I am kind of getting through them quite quickly. So, but excited to have this and add this to my shelf. I definitely think this would be a really good summer read. I've heard really good things about Emily Henry. I read Book Lovers and really enjoyed that, and I feel like I've probably read another one of hers, but I can't quite remember. But that is all the updates I have for you. I have no plans tomorrow. I feel like it's been my week off and it's been quite busy in a good way, but I do just kind of want to sit around and do nothing, because Saturdays are normally busy with like food shopping and dog walks and stuff like that, and then because I'm going back to work on Sunday, I feel like tomorrow I might just have a lazy chilled day at home and just dedicate some good time to reading. But that's it for tonight. I might take my book up to bed and just read a couple more chapters. We shall see. But I'm just ready to put some pajamas on and just kind of chill out for the rest of the evening. So I will probably speak to you tomorrow with hopefully some really good reading updates. Know why I'm coming on here to have a chat, but I have no reading updates. I've spent most of the morning just editing and kind of chilling out for a little bit. I haven't picked up my book, I haven't picked up my Kindle, I haven't picked up an audiobook. I just haven't been in the reading sort of mood. I don't even know where I've put my book. So I do plan on getting around to Something Wilder by Christina Lauren at some point today. I'd like to make it over the halfway mark, so then hopefully either today or tomorrow I can finish this. Nova got some new toys today. She has a subscription box where she gets new toys and treats every month, and it came today, so if you hear any squeaking, that's Nova playing with her new toys. But like I said, I do want to get around to finishing this either today or tomorrow, just because I will be starting a new book on Sunday, I think, and I don't want 4 books on the go again, so I do want to dedicate some time to reading this. I mean, that's all the updates I have, because I have no updates. I'm just telling you that we are going to try to finish this either today or tomorrow, so let's do it. Excuse the state of me. I have had a makeup-free day. I've just been chilling out in some comfy clothes. I've literally got a blanket on. I've got the fake fire on the TV. I've just been reading all evening and it's just been bliss. And with that, I do have some reading updates. So I've managed to finish Something Wilder. I've just dedicated the evening to just finishing it, and I did have a really good time actually. I do quite like the way Christina Lauren writes. I don't know if it's because they've got multiple authors where, you know, they can kind of bounce ideas of each other, but I loved the plot, I loved the adventure, I loved the treasure hunting sort of aspect to it, and it was just a generally like fun read. And I do like Christina Lauren's books, so I don't think this was my favourite one of theirs, but it was still a fun time. So then my boyfriend came down and was asking what I was doing. I was like, well, you know, I've finished my book, so I've still got 2 other books on the go, and then I want to start another book on Sunday, so that means I've still got Saturday to read, but I didn't want to start another book because I wouldn't finish it. But then I was like, do I really want to carry on with the other books? So he said whether any of them were on my audiobook apps, and I was like, well no, because they're new. I don't even think they're out yet. Like, I don't think Sanctuary of the Shadow's out, I don't think that's published, and neither is The Promise of Rain. So I was like, well, I'll check anyway again just in case. And to my surprise, the Sanctuary of the Shadow is now available as an audiobook, so I was like, perfect. I now don't need to DNF the book because I will just sit and listen to it as an audiobook, so I can do some jobs around the house, I can just put my headphones on, and that way I don't need to DNF it. But even if I don't like it, I'm still going to finish it. So I've sat and listened to literally 2 chapters, then I'm like, well, I'm just tired, so I'm probably going to head off to bed. So at least I know I am going to finish this. Whether I will start enjoying it more in an audiobook form, we'll see, but I'm kind of glad I don't need to DNF a book. I still don't know about The Promise of Rain. I kind of need to pick that back up again, so I might dive into that tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure I checked, it must have been a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't on as an audiobook, so like, just because he said that, like, I'm so glad he did, because at least I can dedicate tomorrow to finishing this as well, so there is a positive at least. So yes, tomorrow is my last day off, so like I said, the only reading plans I have is to finish this, and then on Sunday I can start Law of the Wilds. I'll pick that up at work. I'll probably like buy that on my lunch break, and then I can start that on my lunch break on Sunday, so that'll be fun. But that is all the reading updates I have for you. I think I'm just going to take myself off to bed, and then I can carry on with the audiobook in the morning, so I will speak to you then. updating you guys on what I've been reading and my plans and things like that. I don't know if it's just because it's a different sort of week or what, so I apologise, this is the only time I'm like updating you today, but I have done some really good reading. So like I said yesterday, I got the audiobook for Sanctuary of the Shadow, so I've dedicated all my reading time today to just listening to that. I've kind of been skimming along while listening to it, as well as just sat on my phone just to finish it really. I finished it. It wasn't great. I rated it 2.5 on Storygraph, 3 on Goodreads, just because you can't do half stars. It's not a book I'm going to be recommending to people. I just didn't really get along with the writing style. I mean, the plot was, I don't really think was there, and yet the smut scenes in this, I mean, if she wants to write a smutty book, then just write a smutty book, but that's what I just felt like this was. Like, after 5 days, they were falling in love with each other, soulmates, this, that and the other. You know, just like, there was hardly any plot, and yet you got full-on detail with the smut. So I mean, if that's what you like, go ahead, but it just wasn't. I like some plot at least, it just wasn't for me. So I've managed to get my currently reading pile down to 1 book, so we are just reading The Promise of Rain. I still haven't picked this up since like I started reading it on Monday. Not really feeling that either, so I'm kind of just not going to pick up a book for the rest of the night. I think I'm going to be picking up Lore of the Wilds tomorrow at work. I don't even think I'm going to take a book with me because I think I'm just going to read that on my lunch break, so I'll just buy that first thing in the morning. So yeah, that is all the plans that I had. I haven't done much today. Did the food shop, took Nova to the paddock so she had a nice run around. I watched some films and just kind of chilled out, so I'm probably going to go and put another film on. It's already getting quite late, so I know I need to kind of just mentally prepare that I have work tomorrow after having 8 days off, and just try and go to bed a bit earlier, but that's just not going to happen, and I'm just going to be moody in the morning. So I don't know whether this is going to be a DNF. I think I might try and pick this up some point next week and try and get back into it, but I don't know if I'm going to an event next week, so if I am, then I'm probably going to have to pick up that book and read it before I go to the event. So it's kind of, I don't really know what I should or should not be reading at the moment, so I'm just a bit undecided. So sorry again for not updating you, and this being like, this is going to be the only update for today. Hopefully tomorrow I can do a bit of reading on my lunch while at work. I do only have a half an hour lunch tomorrow because it's reduced hours, so I'm probably not going to get much reading, but it can be something. And then I probably will just chill out because Liam's going round some friends tomorrow to help out, so I'm going to have the evening to myself, so I can just, again, chill out with a book. So I think I'm going to go make a cup of tea, stick a film on, and then I will speak to you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Sunday and welcome back to my car. I am on my way to work on this very wet and miserable day. So I'm pretty sure I updated you last night with my reading plans today, but I just thought I'd go over it again because I can't remember what I said. So I haven't brought a book with me today. I'm going to be buying a book because it's on my TBR for the month, and it's Lore of the Wilds. So I'm going to pick that up at work today. I haven't brought a book with me because that's the book that I'm going to read. I realised I haven't brought a bookmark though, so a receipt will have to do. So that's the reading plans. It's limited hours that we open on a Sunday, even though I still need to get there for 9, but because it's limited hours, it means I only get a half an hour lunch instead of all the other breaks that I get, so I don't get as long, so I definitely won't read as much, but hopefully I will have some time this evening to do a bit more reading of it as well. It is currently raining. It is a miserable day. I've got the comfiest trousers possible with a nice jumper because I feel like I'm going to be freezing today. We woke up and we have no hot water, we've got no heating, so I'm hoping my partner will be able to sort that out while I'm at work, otherwise that is a job to do later. So that was a fun thing to wake up to. So I feel like this is just how the week is going to start, or how the week is going to end, depending if it starts on a Sunday or a Monday for you. I've had a whole week off, a whole 8 days, and everything seems to go wrong the first day I go back to work, so fun. So I'm gonna head off to work. I just thought I'd quickly stop and update you with what is going through my mind. Thank you for listening and thanks for the chat, and I will speak to you later, hopefully with some reading update, and hopefully I'm going to enjoy Lore of the Wilds. I've heard amazing things. It's apparently cottagecore, fae, love triangle romance, I think, and I've kind of just been reading books just for the sake of reading books, so I'm hoping this is going to be like my next obsession. So anyway, I will speak to you later with some reading updates. from work and I managed to do a bit of reading on my lunch break. I made up to chapter 4, which is page 29 of Law of the Wilds. I'm enjoying it so far. So we are following our main character Law. So she is a human, but what we've just found out is that she can kind of see magic. So you have fae people, and fae are just these bastards basically. They just really look down on humans, and they've come looking for someone, and she was talking to these fae people in her shop and they kind of was impressed by her, so they've now took her away, I don't know, to the fae realm I suppose. But she doesn't think she's ever going to go back to the human world. She doesn't think she's going to see her family again, but she doesn't want the fae to know that she can see magic, otherwise they'll never let her return. So obviously that's important, and I'm assuming normal humans can't really do that, I assume. But like I said, that's as far as we've got up to for now, but I am enjoying it and it is a stunning cover. So I picked that up today while I was at work, and then because I haven't been at work for just over a week, I've had quite a few parcels turn up for me. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 parcels here, so I thought we're just gonna do a big collective book haul at the end of this vlog, just because I can't really wait and I want to see what there is. So yeah, so I've just dumped them on my chair, so I'm just going to pick them out randomly. I have no idea what they are, who they're from, so we're just gonna pick and choose at random. So this is the first one. So this is An Abundance of Wild Roses. Now I have absolutely no idea what this is about. I think what drew me in is probably the cover of it. So it says, in the Black Mountains of Pakistan, the discovery of an unconscious unknown man is the first snowball in an avalanche of chaos. The head of the village is beset with problems, including the injured stranger and failing to find his way out. His daughter receives a love letter and incurs her father's wrath. A lame boy foretells disaster, but nobody is listening. Trapped in terrible danger, a wolf dog is battling ice and death to save a soldier's life. Beaten by her addict husband for bearing him only daughters, a woman is pregnant again, but can this child save her? Now it sounds like it's probably either it's a bunch of like short stories or it's a lot of stories in the same sort of area but just told from different people's point of views. But it sounds really interesting and I'm excited to get to it. Now on to the second one. Now this is Maktab. This is by the same person who wrote The Alchemist, who is a very, very popular author because of The Alchemist. Like a lot of people read that. It's a very like good spirituality sort of book. So this is his new one that's coming out, so I thought I would quest it and see what it's like. I love the pink and the green combination of colours. I think that's stunning. I didn't realise it was in hardback as well, and apparently it is the companion to the classic The Alchemist, which is filled with timeless stories of reflection and rediscovery. So I have no idea which shelf I could possibly add this to because I don't really have like a spirituality set shelf, but it's stunning. So yeah, on to the third parcel. So this is The Adventures of Amina El-Sarafi. I have just recently finished this. I do own this in hardback, but now I have the lovely paperback to add to my collection. This is a story of a pirate who is basically retired. She was the best of the best, sort of pirate of good, finding things, finding treasure, and this random lady wanted her services to find her niece. She offered her a lot of money for it, so Amina eventually just said yes, as well as her threatening her daughter, so that kind of prompted her as well. And it's just the adventure that she goes on. She goes and finds her crew again. Like I said, it's the adventure that she goes on for this last heist, but I don't think this is going to be her last heist. This is going to be part of a trilogy, so this is the first one, and by the sounds of it, each book is going to be another like adventure that Amina goes on, but it's a very good book. I would highly recommend it. Where are we up to now? So this is parcel number 4. I saw this when I was in Foyles earlier in the week. So this is The Butcher of the Forest. So this, from what I know, is a horror story as well. It's a very small horror story, more of like a novella sort of book, but I mean the cover again drew me in. So at the northern edge of a valley ruled by a ruthless foreign tyrant lies a wild forest, home to otherworldly creatures and dangerous magic. The local people know never to enter, for no one who strays into the north woods is ever seen again. No one, that is, except Beris Thorn. When the children of the tyrant vanish into the wood, Beris is summoned to rescue them. She is only one day before the creatures of the forest claim the children for their own. If she fails, her punishment will be swift and merciless. To stand a chance of surviving the wood, Beris must evade traps and trickery, ancient monsters and false friends, and the haunting memory of the last time she journeyed into the forest. Time is running short. One misstep will cost everything. Now, I'm very surprised that everything that was just said, that's all fit into under a 150-page book, but I'm very excited to get to this. Like I said, the cover drew me in. I only know kind of what it's about just from reading that, but it sounds very interesting, and it will be a short read as well, so it's adding to the Goodreads gold. So 3, 4. So that was book number 4. So now we are on book number 5. So this is the Revenant Games. Again, I have no idea what it's about, so we'll quickly read the blurb. So once a year, the Revenant Games take place between enemy witch and vampire kingdoms. Now that sounds interesting. The 17-year-old Bly competing means the chance to win immortality for her best friend and resurrection for her lost sister. A dangerous plan to play both sides begins until Bly captures a vampire who shows her that forbidden passion is the deadliest game of all. Join an intense battle of love and survival in an epic new paranormal romantasy. Now this sounds very, very good. It's very much giving Hunger Games, Powerless sort of vibes with witch and vampire kingdoms. I mean, what more could you want? Again, cover is absolutely stunning. I'm excited to get around to this. So we only have 2 more parcels left, so let's just go with this one. Now I've seen this one all over TikTok and apparently it's really, really good. So this is 5 Broken Blades. Now this doesn't come out till May. Okay, so I can't find a copy of the blurb to read out because I'm not entirely sure what it is about, but I will find an expert and I will add it to the screen somewhere. But from what I know, you've got 5 different kingdoms potentially, and they're all fighting it out against something or other. I could be completely wrong. All it says here, it is a dark adventure fantasy full of deadly liars, grey morals and kingdom destroying secrets. What I know, there is quite a few trigger warnings as well, but like I said, you will see a description of some sort on the screen so you know what it's about. But I just, like I said, have seen so many good things about this and I'm really excited to give this a go. And then on to the last but not least parcel. I love it when they do like a really big oversized arc copy of a book because it's just so floppy and just so... Now this is already out. I'm pretty sure I've already seen this in stores. This is A Feather So Black, and the cover, I mean, on this is stunning, but the actual hardback itself is gorgeous as well. So this is The Cruel Prince meets For the Wolf in a sizzling fantasy romance set in a world of perilous magic and moonlit forests, spinning a seductive tale of a changeling princess, her cursed sister and the dangerous Fey Lord she must defeat to save her family. I haven't heard too many people talk about this, so I'm not too sure how many people have read it or that, but this is book 1 of The Fair Folk. So this is obviously going to be a duology, a trilogy, a book series of some kind, but again, I'm just really excited about this. I'm really into my romances. Ever since The Crimson Moth, I just haven't found a book that's kind of lived up to the hype of that. So I mean, this could be it, you never know. This is just a gorgeous cover. I can't wait to get into this as soon as possible, really, because maybe this is what I'm needing in my life. I've added Law of the Wilds onto the stack just because that is a book that I have collected somewhat today. So these are all the books that I have just opened. We have a very good variety of books and I'm excited for like all of them. I now need to find extra space on my bookshelves to put these here, but I do think the ones I am most excited for are 5 Broken Blades and A Feather So Black. I just have heard good things. So thank you to those of you who have kind of stuck around till the end and watched this final haul of the vlog. I do think I'm going to stop the vlog here just because it's getting late on a Sunday. I need to cook some dinner and I'm hoping to just kind of chill out for the rest of the evening, so I probably won't have much to kind of add into the vlog. Anything I do read or anything, I will just add that into next week's vlog so you're not missing out on anything. But I do just want to say the biggest thank you for everyone who is following me, who is commenting, who is liking, who is just supporting me and this channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.